And now, from Music City Star Factory, it's time for The Family with Charlie Boots.
Feels like Halloween. Oh, let's go! There you go. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to The Family with Charlie Boots, episode 3, and we are broadcasting. We are right here live in the heart of San Francisco at the Music City Star Factory. If you've never been, you're missing out. We've got 10 live stages downstairs, main stage upstairs, 20 rehearsal spaces. It's basically a musician's wildest dreams. And joining me are your favorites. I got to my right the best driver and security guard in the world, the Warrior. Warrior, how you doing?
Doing great. Fabulous, Charlie.
Great to see you. And internationally known, they're calling him the Irish heartthrob. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Mick McCarthy.
Oh, God, this country is woefully short of heartthrobs if I'm coming up with a heartthrob.
Hey, it's a small island.
It's a small island, I suppose, yeah. You don't know many of us.
And guys,
good to be here, Charlie.
Good to have you. Good to have you. And guys, a member of the family, and as we can always say to our fourth guest, welcome to the family, my nephew, 16-year-old absolute stud, Mr. Tyce James. Good to have you, man. So, guys, it's a big day, Tyce. So happy to have you here. So proud to have you here. And, guys, we are going back to school today. So everybody put on your book bags, okay? And get your locker combinations because we're headed back to school. The way we're going to do this one is like this. My nephew Tyce hits me up this week and he says, hey, Boots, I got an extra credit assignment. And, you know, they told you, what'd they tell you at school?
They told me I gotta make a podcast. And
there you go.
And who do I ask? That guy right there.
And where do we bring you? Right here to Music City. Because if we're going to do it, we're going to do it right. And, guys, that's the lesson we're going to start with today. When you do something, do it right. And I'll tell you who did something right today. The guy sitting to my right. I saw this outfit when he got out of the car today, and I said, oh, my God. I started saying a Pledge of Allegiance. Tell the people about what you're wearing today. It's like a red carpet interview. And what kind of vibes are you bringing to the show today?
Just bringing the vibes of the Fleet Week, red, white, and blue. You know, strong colors here in America.
Yeah, strong colors here in America. And as we drove into the city today, Mick, we actually saw it was a clear day here in the Bay Area. And it's Fleet Week, which means that's like an air show, guys. So if you've never seen Fleet Week, you can Google it. But the Blue Angels, these are the fighter jets. They're doing flips and all this around the Bay Area. We saw me and Tyce are debating whether it was a commercial jet or not.
I don't think it was commercial.
Tyce don't think it was commercial. But what we saw was a freaking jumbo jet split the Golden Gate Bridge. It was one of the craziest things I've ever seen. Mick, what do you think about Fleet Week?
I love Fleet Week. Yeah, it's, it brings a buzz to the city that, isn't there. I mean, like, I don't think, people don't think of San Francisco as a military city, for sure. But, we have the Presidio.
Right.
I mean, that's still a military, up until recently was a military complex.
Yeah.
I like watching all the Navy guys go around. Just,
Absolutely.
just seeing where they're going, what they're doing, watching them having fun. And it's good, in fairness, military people, they just have my admiration. It's what they do, they literally do protect the rest of us.
Right.
It's like the rest of us are sitting at home, eating our cookies or whatever.
Right. This is why we're able to do this.
So great to see them come here for a week and celebrate. And then we get all the entertainment that comes with it, with the Blue Angels and all the air shows. And we have the Navy ships in the harbour. And it's a fantastic week, as far as I'm concerned.
Warrior, I know, being the ladies' man of the crew here, that's the vibe that's been taken on here. I'm honored to give you guys the first ever fan-submitted question.
Oh, really?
So if you guys want to submit questions to us, you could do it through the YouTube. You could do it through Charlie Boots. You could send me Instagram messages, video or questions. But I got a question, and it said, Anthony, what does a woman have to do to impress you? And I asked that because I know that Fleet Week would be a great, obviously, date. You are a veteran. So
Not a veteran, enlisted serviceman.
Okay.
Not a veteran.
Okay, an enlisted serviceman. Anyway, you look into that camera and you tell all those ladies across the world, obviously you're we're directing this to all the Asian countries, but to all the countries in the world. But to all the countries in the world.
Just being able to communicate with me and have a good time and being able to, take them to events like, the Columbus Day Parade coming up, Fleet Week this week. We got Pumpkin Patch and Halloween.
Okay.
We got the big snow rink here in Square in Fashion Square right here.
So this is like he's talking dates like October through January.
Yeah,
right?
January. You got Pier 39 events coming on.
But what does the lady have to do? We know you got the dates lined up, but what does the lady have to do to catch your eye?
Just be able to be, able to communicate with me and be happy and be able to have fun sharing the time together instead of being, all cooped up and crazy.
Absolutely. Well, in the spirit of love and in the spirit of taking it back to school, Tyce James, right now on the school calendar, what's the big dance coming up?
We got homecoming coming up in a couple of weeks. 2 weeks from now, we got homecoming. And we don't have a lot of dances at our school, but we have homecoming and prom. That's about it.
Those are the big ones?
Yeah, those are the big ones. Only 2 we really got, actually.
When I watch online now, right, because this is something I think I'd feel pressure if I was in high school. Now there's this whole thing where guys have to do this whole elaborate thing. Like you want to ask a girl to the dance, it's not as simple as calling the house, hey, Mrs. Smith, could I talk to Sally? Sally, you want to go to dance with me? It's not that anymore. These guys are doing full productions. Like, what is that like for a young man to even consider?
Yeah, I mean, mostly people just kind of make posters or something, but like, depending on what kind of girl you're trying to get at, you might want to have to put a big "Go to Hoko with me" sign on a big blimp up in the sky somewhere.
So the baddies want a blimp now.
Baddies want a blimp. Baddies want a blimp with their name on it. So if you want the good-looking girls to go with you to homecoming, you got to get a blimp, man. You got to.
This is what I'm talking about, guys. And what's going to happen? You're talking about, guys. My nephew over here is 16 years old.
Oh, my
He's
God.
16. He's got to get the Goodyear blimp. You ask Ice Cube, the time it said Ice Cube's a pimp up there, he had a full-blown rap career going on, guys. These are high schoolers now, just trying to figure out their permits, trying to figure out how to get around town, how to get to the nearest coffee shop. And they got to get a blimp. You want a baddie? You better put her name on a blimp, young man. Well, Warrior Mick, I'd like to know what school dances were like for you. And Warrior, do you remember your first, junior prom or senior prom? What was that like? Take us to the night. And as always, as I got to say to Warrior, please say it into the microphone.
I think it was the Sadie Hawkins dance. I went with the girl across the street. And everybody looked at us hella weird because I was like skying over her.
She was a dwarf?
No, she was Asian.
So how tall was she?
Standing in a hole.
I was like 6'1". I was like 6'1" in high school, and
How tall is she? 4'9"?
yeah, she was like 4'9". She was like short.
You sure you got the right girl? You didn't get her
Yeah,
sister?
no,
Yeah.
no.
Yeah.
I remember it was Sadie Hawkins, and it was the.
Was that her name, Sadie Hawkins?
No, it was her name was that was little Ann.
Little Anne.
Yeah, little Ann.
Yeah, well, that was kind of like a dead giveaway that she wasn't going to be tall. Right?
Little Ann. Her first name was Little
No, she was a neighbor girl across the street. I was like the badass of the neighborhood. The long hair, motorcycle. Play guitar.
So nobody wanted you to ask their daughter to the
Yeah, exactly.
You're the kind of guy a father would dread.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
To this day.
To this day, that's still
Oh yeah,
a fact.
this day, that's so
still to
Warrior.
this day.
He only dates women whose fathers have passed away
Oh.
for obvious reasons. So how did you ask her? Do you remember?
No, she asked me. It was a Sadie Hawkins dance. You know what that is?
I don't.
Oh,
Where you had a girl ask you to a dance?
yeah. You know what Sadie Hawkins is, right? No? Oh my.
Do you, Mick?
No.
So
no idea.
nobody knows what it is.
We need
And
to
I'm
be-
sure a lot of the people watching don't
we
either.
need
So
to be
let them know.
educated.
Okay, that's
What
where.
is it?
Okay, I don't know where the name Sadie Hawkins came from, but that's some dance that the girl asked the guy to go to the dance.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
Right, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Okay.
Sadie Hawkins. I always
And
hear mentioned in country music.
I was like 14, 15 years old.
Wow.
Yeah, and she was like
Maybe
13 or 14 or something crazy.
Yeah, maybe Sadie Hawkins had a song or something about asking a guy to a dance. And,
I wonder. I think there's something. So here you go, guys, and I'll you can thank Charlie Boots for this. But Sadie Hawkins is a fictional character in the Little Abner comic strip. Sadie Hawkins is Sadie Hawkins Day is a tradition in which unmarried women would chase and marry the unmarried men they caught. So,
Oh, wow.
So it's a day of the year when if there were single women and single men, if they lassoed you,
You're done.
got you to the ground,
Yeah.
you're hers.
Yeah.
That's
And that was done in what country?
The United States of America.
Oh.
And you got Sadie Hawkins because
Yeah.
a girl roped you.
Yeah, she did rope me. Yeah.
Hey, congratulations.
little Ann.
Yeah.
Little Ann. roped you.
Yeah, little Ann.
Yeah.
Little Ann. What'd you call himself? The city's badass?
City's badass got
Yeah.
the shit kicked out of him. Like, 5'1" Asian girl.
No.
Dragged into a.
He got roped up. He got roped up by a little Asian girl.
I remember going to the
dragged
dance.
into a dance.
I remember going to the dance, and I was like the tallest person there.
Really?
Yeah, I was the tallest, and everybody was looking at us. When I walked in.
And this was a high school dance. It wasn't.
Yeah,
she
no,
brought
it
you to
was
middle
a high school dance at the auditorium.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you have good dance moves?
Of course.
What's your best dance move? That's a big piece of advice young guys could use, huh, Tyce?
No, I had
Going
dancing.
to the thing.
I had.
Yeah.
They taught us dancing in Catholic school, in grade school. It was one of the required classes. We had dancing.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Mick, throw us on a plane, take us over to Ireland. School dances, same as America?
We didn't have mixed schools. Not, but at least these was when I grew up. You know what I mean? It was.
They were at the local pub.
Mostly, mostly, but yeah, we had that. we had like mostly girls' schools and boys' schools. So the boys dance at the end of high school, which we call the secondary school, would be we would call that the grads.
Oh, okay.
That would be the grads dance, and then the girls' dance would be the debs.
Interesting.
And then the girls, like Sadie Hawkins, the girls would invite guys to the
Oh,
debs.
wow.
Interesting.
And then the guys would invite girls.
They were going to the all-girls school, and you were at the all-boys school.
all boys school, yeah.
Interesting.
So yeah, I think I went to 1 grads and 2 debs.
Were you
Maybe
were
2
you
debs.
at all like? Did you have that thought of like, what dance move am I gonna break out tonight? Did you have any of those thoughts, or was it all
No, it was. I mean, at that stage, like, I mean, you have to understand you're in Ireland, so you've been at nightclubs for a couple of years.
Oh, really?
Like, I mean, you're almost 18 now, so you've been drinking since you were 15 or 16.
So what's it like? You were getting into the bars, no problem. Do you got fake IDs over there, or was it just?
No. Most bars, I mean, as long as you weren't causing trouble, most
Really?
bars will serve you. Or you feel looked
Pretty crazy.
Yeah, if you looked impossibly young, where they'd have to go, no, sorry, I mean,
Right.
Seriously, kid, take the soda out of your mouth.
Right, okay.
You're not getting a drink.
You mean Binky?
But yeah, but I mean, there were bars that were known, that would serve you from about 15 years of age on, just as long as you behaved yourself.
Just behave yourself, kid. You can drink. Just behave yourself.
Just behave yourself relatively. So,
Guys, what is the world of fake IDs like in high school now? Is that like a big thing still, or not really?
I wouldn't say it's really like such a big thing. You don't really need to get like a fake ID. I say you just got to find the right place. If you go to the right place, you don't need nothing. If you go to the right place, you don't need nothing.
And by right place, folks, he's talking about dicey establishments. Okay, because those are the dicey establishments. Those are the places.
Well, I
Yeah,
remember-
shout out to Richmond, California.
He's not far away. I see where you got Martinez on the hat right there. Richmond, folks. Richmond, we're watching you. And the Richmond PD's watching us, so they might be watching you, pal. Did you have a route? What was your way to get alcohol as a kid?
There was lots of ways. I mean, we went to a couple of my friends. We went to Berkeley and got fake IDs.
Oh, okay.
Like when I was like 16, we got fake IDs showed that we were 18 to buy beer. It was 18, and then they bumped it up to 21. That's right.
And guys, what
was
this
18.
is teaching us is that ingenuity is something that starts young. And ingenuity is something that I think, like in high school, it's really just booming out of you, and you don't even realize you have it. Tyce, I notice a lot of this with you, right? Tyce has a great crew of friends. He doesn't live so far from where he goes to school, so it's become like a cultural epicenter. like this is where the vibes are caught. Do you feel like a party promoter almost at this young age? Like, what's the deal?
Nah, it's kind of just if I know you and we're cool, and if you know where to be, my house is where you want to be. It's, if everyone knows what a frat house is, I may be starting a fraternity in high school.
This is true, folks. I can confirm these are true things. Now, Warrior.
Yeah.
I want to hear about the most legendary high school party you could tell me about.
It was, I used to call him, it was with Wilma and Betty. I was dressed as Bam Bam. We went to this party up in Castro Valley. It was on top of a hill. They had a big swimming party going on, loud music. We go walking in the party, and the guy at the door grabbed Wilma's ass. And she turned around and slapped him. Bam!
And you were watching.
I come walking up to the door right behind her, and the guy looked like he was going to slug her. Kicked back and made a fist and everything. And right as he did that, I grabbed his arm and pulled him backwards, and as he fell down, I kneed him right in the ribs.
Bang.
He hit the ground. Another guy that was standing by the door that saw everything grabbed a golf club that was right there by the door and started swinging it at me.
At you?
Yeah, missed.
I think he grabbed Betty and Wilma's ass. Why'd he swing at you?
No, he was swinging because I need his friend. His friend, the guy by the door, grabbed his arm, threw him outside the front and to the front yard. The guy with the golf club come after me, swung the golf club at me a couple times, missed, tripped, and fell down the stairs. Oops, I said that word.
You know, one thing that I've noticed, and I think that online has really made me notice, bringing a weapon to a fight, especially guys, if you're going to go into high school's a big time for fist fights.
Yeah, he was throwing a golf club at me.
High school's a huge time for fist fights. Everybody's going to experience these things.
Yeah.
But these are the conversations we need to be having, folks. One thing you don't want to do, because I think it fails more than less. You ever see someone bring a bat or a golf club or any sort of stick, maybe Mick, maybe a shillelagh, but so often it gets yanked out of their hand and turned against them.
Against them, they get beaten with it.
With it, like a dog. So guys, the key to this, if you get into a scuffle in the young ages of high school, keep it at ease. That, I think, is key.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's like when I was young, as part of, again, the drinking culture, I guess, you know, like our city was divided two sides, north side, south side. And the city centre, obviously, was right in the middle. So when you were young, at least in my age, back in my era, there would always be a fight on one of the bridges, north side versus south side.
Oh, okay.
You know, so you wouldn't have to go too far to find a fight. And at the time, that was sort of, you know, about that time, let's go fight somebody.
Right.
So one night then, a guy brought a Bowie knife.
Oh, yeah.
Right, and stabbed.
Big old ones.
Yeah, stabbed one of my buddies. So I was dragging him to the hospital, and he was like, he was at death's door basically. So I ended up having to call the cops, and turns out he is the son of a police sergeant anyway.
The guy who got stabbed is the son of a cop.
Yeah. So he got brought. You know, like, I mean, he got brought to the hospital, and lucky enough, like they said, that we wouldn't have made it if I kept walking. I was trying to walk him up there and try and, you know, underplay the whole situation so nobody would notice. But the kid who brought the knife, basically, like, he ended up spending 2 years in jail.
Wow.
You know, and it ruined his whole life, you know, just because, I'm going to be the big man, I'm going to bring a knife. And he probably showed it to all his buddies before and then felt as though he had to use it.
Right.
That's the thing, if you bring a weapon, you don't stick it in a corner and say, I'll leave it till next week.
Right.
You use it.
Right.
And then that has consequences. Like, I mean, you can't. It's hard to hurt somebody really badly with your fists, especially in close quarters.
Right, and also the good thing about a fist fight is, who starts a sentence like that, huh? The good thing about a fist fight is...
Exactly. Let me lay this out for you.
But the good thing about a fist fight
I was going there.
Is the fact that, first of all, if you've ever been in a fight, you get tired really fast. Like, you're not talking trained fighters. So you get into a fist fight in the street, the thing's lasting maybe under 2 minutes if you're lucky. If you're lucky, you got to hope you're not getting jumped by a big group of people. But
Man, who are you fighting, a girl?
Oh, how long would you? Your cardio ain't looking too good. Don't
couldn't
have
do-
me have you stand up and show
couldn't
your
do 3 minutes
waistline.
of skipping right now, and now I mind to say,
Yeah, I got a
Yeah.
good mind to think a jump rope would take him out in 3 minutes.
oh, he's not going to do 3 minutes of skipping.
No way.
You won't even do 60 seconds of skipping.
60 seconds.
60 seconds. Yeah.
What's the over under, Tyce?
I'm taking the under on 60 seconds for sure.
Yeah.
Me too. I think
Yeah.
he'd go for a break after 20. We didn't even start recording this podcast, and Warrior looked over at me and he goes, I got a break in 45 minutes. The show hasn't even started
No,
yet.
no, you got downstairs opening.
Oh.
Yeah, what did you come here for, Warrior? What did you come here for?
Sure you can make it down there and back again?
All he cares about, he knows that tonight is karaoke night over here. He loves getting on stage, and then he loves that feeling like a rock star when he gets off. All the women saying, Warrior, Warrior, oh, can I have your number? He loves that.
That has never happened
Asking
here.
questions. And
But I do want, Mick, you hit on
That has
something.
never happened. What's up?
You hit on something. A woman's never asked you for your number? Maybe we could help him with that, guys.
We're changing that tonight.
exactly.
We're changing that tonight. That's, I like that.
Yeah,
We're changing that tonight.
And the answer to that is, I'm a 10.
Okay. Tyce, this just rolled out the red carpet for your first question.
Okay, there you go.
All right, we're talking about the roster
Yeah,
one.
yeah, we are.
All right, so guys,
I've been waiting for an hour for this.
would y'all rather have a roster of 10 twos, so 10 ladies that are twos, or 110?
Who would you like the answer from first, Tyce?
Let's bring it around. Let's hear from Mick.
10 twos or 110. I mean, all right. I'm a serial monogamist, so I'm going to get out of it that way. But you know what? Like, I mean, in Ireland, guys and girls kind of hang out together as buddies.
Okay.
So we have this whole buddy system where we don't even, that doesn't come into play at all. But I guess if you're talking about, like, in terms of hooking up with people or whatever, like, 110 is more than enough.
110 's
I'd actually, you know what? I might actually take 1-2. 1-2 over 10 twos. Like
Warrior took 1 2-footer to the prom.
No, that wasn't my prom. That was C.D. Hawkins' dance.
sorry,
C.D.
Sadie.
Hawkins.
That 2-foot girl took you.
She took him.
She took him.
Oh, yeah.
She took him, yeah.
Oh, yeah, she had
Uptight.
a whole bunch of warrior that
So okay, Warrior, and I'm sorry to that poor girl, but Warrior, 10 twos or 110?
I'm gonna stick with the 110 because the 10 twos is too much headache, man. If you can't decide what the twos and you got to be bouncing around like that, come on, that's not right.
Well, I'll tell you guys what. For me, this is an easy one. Okay, 2 nickels make a dime every time. No, I'm just kidding. Folks. I'm just kidding. No. I got myself what I consider a 10, and
Yeah,
I'm just
I
happy.
agree.
And I think you know what you actually said something on the way in, Warrior. We were talking about this in the car a little, and you made a good point. You said if you got a 10 at a certain point, what more do you want? And I think that's true. You know, a day comes along where you do got to say to yourself, what more do I want? Because if you keep searching, something might be wrong with you, pal.
Yeah.
That might be the key.
That
was almost what I said, yeah.
That's basically I stole your line.
Yeah, you did.
And now I'm taking your image.
Yeah.
So if everybody liked what I just said, that was really him.
That's Warrior's genius right there.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just sitting by the sidelines being quiet.
Now, guys, we have right here, obviously, my 16-year-old nephew. If you gave him advice on when is it deserving for a guy or gal to give someone that, like, exclusive where it's like, hey, I'm going to take my time and I'm going to give it exclusively to you? Because I think when you're young, you waste a lot of time and you give people these rights to your time that it's like you don't get time back. That's the one thing you're not getting back, folks. And it's like, so what does somebody got to do for you to say, I'll be exclusive with you?
Just being able to, like, sharing your happiness, sharing your sorrows, and sharing everything that's going to be coming towards you tomorrow.
So anybody that'll smile or frown with you, you get my exclusive time. I don't vote for that one. sharing my sorrows with me. What do you mean?
I mean, just
Every
everything.
bar in America you walk in, somebody will share your sorrows.
Yeah,
with them.
exactly.
Well, yeah,
it's
every bar, but, you know, just-
customer service.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like, I've got a problem. You want to get married?
Yeah.
Pour you a beer.
But Mick, that's the problem. I think that's what happens a lot of times in relationships, right?
Yeah, I think it's look if that person makes you better. You know, I mean,
supposed to-
it's like if being around that person makes you a better person,
Well, yeah.
then that's a good indicator.
That's it.
You know, I mean, that's yeah.
If the person lifts you up to the next level.
You stole Mick's answer. Repackaged it while
yeah,
he's
Yeah, you just repackage Mick's answer.
exactly.
in the middle of Mick talking. You said, "Hey Mick, I like what you're saying. I'm gonna say it myself."
I'm going to say exactly what you said, Mick, but I'm going to interrupt you doing it.
Wow.
Yeah, Warrior's trying to dodge that. He's
Warrior's getting no love today. It's like, oh.
Tyce, have your fellas, have they been stressing about what girls they want to bring to the dance? Like, do they talk about this?
Yeah. Sometimes they get a little stressed about like, oh, should I do this? Should I do that? But in reality, you just gotta do it, man. Like
You just gotta do
you
it.
just gotta do it. That comes down to anything. Just do it, man.
Let me ask you this question: when it comes down to like the girl that they like, or the girl that's going to impress their friends more, how do your buddies go? Well, first of all, how do you go, and then how do you think your buddies go with that?
Well, I think I might personally just go with whoever I think I'm like messing with at the time. Like if I think if I think that they're cool, they're good looking, they're fun. If they're fun, I can't have a good looking girl that ain't fun. You know,
Right.
you can't like it just
And that's
kills
too
it.
common.
Yeah.
And it's because of this day and age.
Yeah.
It's social media.
Yeah.
They think if you just put up a good picture and you got the looks, cool. But that's what I mean. Long term, I'm gonna really be with you. I want to be. You want to be able to
Yeah.
talk to them, be entertained. Right?
There'll be some dudes that will just take a pretty girl to homecoming and then just like that's it. Like they won't even have fun with them there. They'll just
Right.
be there with the pretty girl and like, oh, okay, you get a picture and then you're done.
You get a picture
you're done.
It's in Disney.
Get a picture,
Pass them
Yeah.
off.
You get a picture and you're done.
All right.
Yeah, wow.
That's big. You know what Tyce got into that I never knew. Obviously we're all huge sports fans here. And Tyce, something I really respect about you is he's dove in high school, first time ever playing sports. He jumped onto golf. He had never played golf. He's on the golf team. And then water polo, which I didn't even know what kind of advice to give him because I had no experience with water polo. My school didn't have a water polo team. And now your second year, just went to the game. His team crushed the other team, I think 20-2 yesterday.
It was like 24-4.
Crazy. Let's talk about the sport of water polo.
Well, water
What the heck
polo.
did you think? How'd you even get into it?
I got into it because I started a job at a pool, and that job at a pool, everyone at the pool does something in the water.
First job,
Which is-
huh? Let's go, TJ.
So, I mean, all the people that are working at the pool probably are doing some in the water because it's a pool.
Right.
So these dudes I'm working with, they're like, you should join water polo. It's super fun. And I'm like, well, I don't swim. I don't play water sports. And I don't know. And they're like, trust me, bro, it's fun. It's fun. And they start giving all this talk about how fun it is. So I go to a few practices, and it's pretty fun. You basically just get to have fun beating some dude in the water and drowning them. There's not a lot to it. It's like water, soccer, wrestling, and hockey at the same time.
It's crazy.
crazy.
That's a great way to put it.
It's a tough sport.
It's
man.
tough,
I mean,
man.
talk about something that will wear you out. What are the intervals? I've seen a bit of water polo and I see them subbing and out. But like, what would be a typical shift in water polo?
So you're up and down the pool the whole time. Deep pool, like 16 feet, treading water the whole time. You get like no time to rest. You're just treading the whole time. I say about, I forget the exact quarter minutes. I don't pay attention. I just
But for your shift.
You would play an entire quarter, or would you just
Yeah, it's
come in
like-
for like 2 minutes and then you're
Like
back?
sub.
No, sub-wise, usually you would play a whole quarter depending on how many, like, how well you're doing. Usually, if you don't score, you're still going to be in because if you don't score, there's no stoppage. So if both teams are playing really good defense and no one scores, there's no stoppage. That's just constant swimming back and forth.
Dude, I felt bad. The team you were playing yesterday, I don't think they had a single sub. And it was like, so dude, by the second half, these kids are like,
doing the backstroke,
Yeah.
on the food.
it's crazy.
It is, yeah. It's a brutal sport. It's like, isn't it the Los Angeles where they have the Olympics?
Yeah, they have some of the big ones down there, yeah.
Isn't the guy the statue outside of a water polo player?
I think there might be. I think I've seen that online.
It's like the ultimate athlete. It's like, they had this guy and they had him model just to be the statue of what an Olympic athlete used to look like. And he's a water polo guy, I believe. Yeah.
The coolest thing for me is like there's a slang that he throws out sometimes, and it's like, oh, what is it you say? Who could get up? Like when you're shooting. It's getting up. So, like, basically, you got the water polo ball in your hand, which is like a volleyball picture. And if you're going to shoot at the goal, which looks kind of like a soccer net, but it's half the size probably. And if you want to actually picture someone's guarding you, you want to jump and throw it in your head, you're like, yeah, you just jump. You're in water.
You had nothing to jump off of. There's just water under you. You got to missile yourself up out of the water.
So what's the deal? One foot goes like this. The other foot's... What's the science?
It's called egg beating. It's where you rotate your legs in a motion like this, and you just launch yourself up out of the water. You like torpedo yourself up.
Huh.
Wow.
Being that we're talking about high school guys, I want to talk to high school teachers, and I want to know how you guys each feel and what your experience was. I had two distinct type of teachers in my life. I had teachers that really seemed to get the kids, and they really seemed to like understand we're preparing you for life. And there's certain lessons we definitely want to put, whether even, because in high school, a lot of times you're still an asshole and the kids don't want to focus and their social life's going crazy. And I can imagine with the phones now, it's crazy. But there's certain teachers that feel like they're rooting for the kids. And then there's certain teachers that feel like they go and take this job because they hate kids. And for some reason, they've decided to be surrounded by them all day, and they just go crazy with their power abuse. So like in my experience, I had some teachers that, they'd make you want to use your mind, and they'd make you think, and then some that would just really feel like they were prison wardens. So I kind of like, Mick, I'm very interested to hear in what it was like in Ireland. Anthony, I couldn't imagine what it was like for you. And for Tyce, I guess, Tyce, you kick it off. What's it like now? What kind of, you don't have to mention their names, but like, what are the vibes you get from your teachers, and do they inspire you?
So I'm in an academy at my school, which is like a little medical cohort thing. So most of the teachers that teach within the academy are usually super supportful because they want you to do well in the academy.
Do they work just at the school, or are they also working like in medical field?
They all work at the school as teachers, but they're parts of the academy, and we run certain stuff for that. So I take AP classes and all this stuff. And I feel like a lot of my teachers try and support me, most of them, but they do have a lot of kids they have to go through and teach, though. You got 30-something kids per class, 6 periods.
Wow.
A few hundred different kids. I mean, for the most part, they do try and care, but it is hard, I will say. I could tell when some of my teachers,
Get frustrated.
Yeah. But it's pretty chill for the most part. I don't feel like there has been some teachers that I know, like outside of the academy teachers, that are like have been very not supportful. Mm-hmm. And like I feel like some of those ones are like how you're saying.
How often do you feel the urge, like you're sitting in the classroom, how often do you feel the urge to take your phone out and look at it?
Depends if the class is interesting.
Yeah.
Depends if the class is interesting. Because most classes, some classes I don't, but some classes I'm like, man, I'm so bored. I just got to go on my phone, do something.
Interesting.
And would that be because the teacher is checked out, or just simply the subject matter is?
Probably because the teacher's checked out. Because some teachers, I could be learning some real boring reading in English, but if the class is like entertaining or like engaged, it's pretty chill.
In it.
I'll be in it, yeah.
So Mick, what was it like going to school in Ireland? And it was a Catholic school?
Catholic school, it was nothing like that. Nothing like that. No, you would go in for. You would be in fear of your life from the time you went into school.
Making you feel like a piece of dirt.
Lucky enough, I ended up in the smart class. But even with that, it was, we had corporal punishment. There wasn't even a name for it at that time. It was just regular punishment in school. But we had the Christian Brothers.
No, yeah.
And the Christian Brothers, these ways in Ireland, they live by a leather strap, like a 16-inch long leather strap that you stick out your hand and they'd whip you on the hand mostly for no particular reason, like, I mean, just a lot of the time it's just to make an example of someone so they wouldn't end up whipping the entire class. But we had, even amongst that, we had some really good teachers. My science teacher in particular, Nicky Barry, was a great teacher. And Nicky Barry's philosophy was, he's like, in Ireland, same as like the SATs there and stuff, like your entire college career is predicated on what you do in your leaving cert and how well you do and how many points you get determines what disciplines you can go
like
to
SATs,
college.
like SATs and your GPA here.
Yeah,
in the
but
States.
our whole system is amalgamated, so we don't have any independent colleges. So whatever your results are like all the colleges pool. And
Really?
Yeah. So
That's
we don't.
crazy. Wow.
Yeah, and by the way, the real crazy thing about Ireland, and I'm deviating from the point here now, but is to this day, you do not know what college you are going to until a month before the college starts.
What?
Yeah.
They don't give you like.
Nope.
And could you be going to any county?
You could be going to any county.
Wow.
Like for
That's
instance,
crazy.
my youngest kid, he ended up in Galway. Like he lives in Monaghan. Galway is like 150 miles away. No accommodation got, no nothing. And then they allow a certain amount of accommodation for freshmen coming in, but that gets filled really quickly.
Wow.
So like for an entire month, he's scrambling just to find a place to live. Right?
Yeah.
Near to the school. So lucky enough, he got a good one. And he got in with a bunch of really good friends. Actually, it was the second one he got. First one he didn't like, and then we moved him to another one. But yeah, so basically, like your results determine the college you go, the discipline you go to, and then you apply for, like, say, electrical engineering, and you get into electrical engineering, but you don't know which college you're going to electrical engineering. Then you get a letter, but it's predicated on the amount of points you get in your leaving cert. So Nicky's philosophy was, he said, look, I can teach anybody to pass this exam. I can teach anybody to get a good result in this exam. But I'm going to teach you science for the first 12 months. So like our first year, it wasn't even the course books that we had. He was just teaching us science, which was fantastic. Like, I mean, we were all riveted and really interested.
Absolutely.
And then the next year, he taught us how to pass the exam. But one of the things with Nicky was that because of corporal punishment, it was expected from the Christian Brothers that the teachers dole out corporal punishment as well, right?
And what he means, guys, is maybe a right hook.
Maybe a right hook, yeah,
Right.
or a kick or something.
Right.
So Nicky used to have a meter stick, which for Americans is slightly larger than a yard, and he would once a week he would whack it off the desk and break it in two. And bring it up to the Christian Brothers, like, because he'd say, oh, yeah, one of the kids was misbehaving, you know. They'd be going like, oh, you're doing a great job down there. Go back, keep it going, you know.
Right.
And he never, in the entire 2 years we were there, I think he came close once. He brought one guy up, and he brought out the stick, and the guy had a hand up, and he went, you know what, just go back. I don't want to see you back up here again. He never hit one of us in 2 years, which was like some sort of record at the time, for the schools we were going to.
Yeah. And I mean, out here, my dad went to Catholic school in New Jersey, and he would say these guys would haul off and just bang as hard as they could. You'd be getting hit.
I had a Christian brother. I was talking to a guy, like at a desk like this, and I was chatting away with the guy. He jumped. The guy was friggin' 80 years old. He's some athlete. You know, he jumped from the floor onto the desk, onto the front desk, ran all the way across the desk, and kicked me in the side of the head.
Jeez.
Just because I was chatting, you know, like it's just, they were just like, I mean, the things they do, you know.
Crazy. I'll tell you what. We went to pick Tyce up today from high school, and we're watching the kids walk. Half the kids look like they were asleep walking across the street out of the high school. And I'm thinking to myself, do we got to find the halfway mark between? Is there a 50-yard line between the Christian Brothers and the current day that we need to find?
I think Tyce put it very well. It's like if the teacher can keep you engaged, you don't need anything. You know, like I mean, if it's not the subject matter, it's like it's the personality of the teacher and how he presents it. And you know,
Yeah.
High school is way
involves
different for me.
the class, like, you know what I mean?
Well, Warrior, I just because where we sit with time, I'm not going to have you answer that question, okay? But
What?
yeah, but
You got off?
How much time?
But
do we
Tyce, well,
getting
you know,
holes together
we're
already.
not gonna hand it off to your school project yet. But Tyce, I am gonna hand it to you because I think there's a really important question right now that Warrior, you will give the first answer for.
Oh,
Keep it studly for us, Tyce.
Oh, yeah, this is a wonderful one.
This is one that this young mind actually thought up. This is the future mind of America, folks.
I came up with this idea while I was at a party. But Warrior,
yeah.
how many drinks is it gonna take you to meet in a bedroom with a stud?
Now, folks, if you don't know what a stud is, he's talking about a woman who might be of the lesbian persuasion, but she has masculine tendencies.
I have never participated in anything like that. Or
Yeah,
will I ever.
It's a big thing. Shout out to Drewski. Drewski has brought a new culture for the studs to the front table here.
What made you start showing studs the love you do? Well, you know, studs, people don't understand that studs have an appealing touch. Truthfully, like, you can share clothes with them. Okay. You could vibe with them. Sometimes they could be a bro. You know, like when you hanging out with a girl, you be like, damn, I feel like I can't express my feelings to her because she gonna think I'm weak. Studs, they understand that.
And we haven't really seen it until,
Yeah.
you know, Drewski really made it known. We didn't know that it was such a thing. We didn't know that there was
A
love
thing?
affairs like this going on. This is a big thing going on.
Having a couple of drinks and going out with a stud?
Why'd you move away from the microphone?
Yeah.
Warrior's getting nervous because he knows when he was DJing those stud parties, he was he was doing some eventful things there, guys.
No.
Okay, well, let
No,
me
I
ask.
have eventful events like that happen before.
Eventful events.
You know?
And there you have it.
Yeah.
Story of
My
Warrior's
eventful
life.
event.
Eventful events.
Yeah, Miss Sacramento.
That could be a greeting
contest
card
that.
company.
That's true. You dated two lesbians,
At the same time?
right?
No.
I thought you did.
No.
They just became lesbians after you dated.
Oh no! I don't know what direction this is going into, but no.
Okay.
No.
Well, Warrior,
With respect to my ex-girlfriends, no.
even if your ex-girlfriends had girlfriends.
Yeah.
None of my ex-girlfriends had a girlfriend.
Sir?
Do you know that?
Really?
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
they're both married.
And to each other. Okay. So, the young gun also has a great game he's about to bring us, and it is called Top 5. We know that our country's obsessed with top fives. Tyce James, take it away.
All right, guys, we're going to play a little game called Top 5, and we're going to take a top 5 list of things we're going to draft. Everyone, if you know how to draft a little, like when you're drafting a team.
Okay, yeah.
We're going to take a draft. We're going to pick a topic. We're going to draft our top 5s.
Top 5 musicians, if you had to put together bands and solo acts.
Oh,
okay.
So,
all right.
so once a guy takes one, it's off the table. So we're creating our own rosters here, okay? So I got us all here. Tyce, why don't you create the draft order?
All right, let's go. Mick, Warrior, Charlie, and me.
Cool. Mick, you got first round pick.
All right, so my one will be safe because nobody. My personal favorite, the Cranberries.
He's taking the Cranberries, the first round pick. Hometown. That's like hometown stuff.
Hometown pick, yeah.
Okay. Warrior, first round pick.
I'm definitely going Santana.
Ooh, everyone's sticking with the hometown. Wow. Okay.
Charlie.
Oh, I get first pick?
Yeah, it's you after.
This is dead or alive, right?
Yeah.
I'm starting with the king. Elvis Presley's my first act.
There you go. Yes.
So as of right now, guys, I'm blowing the
You would
doors
be-
off.
Yeah. I'm going Michael Jackson with my first pick.
Ooh, there you go.
Okay.
There you go.
Crikey.
Little king of pop action.
Okay.
Mick, you're back on the clock. Second pick.
We have to pick 5.
5. That's your
Yeah.
starting
I wasn't
lineup.
thinking about number 2. Okay. I guess I have to go hometown again. Yeah. You too.
There you go.
This concert's selling out in Ireland, folks. Okay. Warrior, you're on the clock.
I'm gonna have to go Grateful Dead.
Good pick. Okay. Hey, let's go with the hometown. Frankie Sinatra.
All right.
Wow.
Ooh. All right.
He's your real old school, Charlie, in fairness.
Well, shoot, you put Sinatra and Elvis on a card, I'm selling that right now. I'm selling.
If they appear anywhere, they're definitely selling them.
Right.
This is personal. I'm going with Kanye West at my 2.
Controversial. Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun.
Michael Jackson and Kanye West on the same bill. Wow. Mick, you're up. 3rd round pick.
The Beatles.
Oh, I can't believe we let that slip out of top 2. I can't believe we let that slip.
They would have made my top 2, but they're not from Ireland.
That's big.
That's big. I can't believe we let that slip. Warrior, where are we going?
I'm definitely going with
5.
War.
4. Going with War?
Yeah, go with War.
Would you just think of your own name?
Yeah,
There you go.
the Warrior.
Now, let me ask you this, Tyce. We're saying artists, entertainers, it's a concert. Are comedians allowed to, or this is just musicians?
We're going musicians.
Okay,
Musicians.
just musicians. Yeah.
Because if we're going comedians, this list is going to look a lot different.
Yeah, if it was
absolutely,
comedians,
yeah.
You're right. Okay, so number 3.
Beatles were not very.
Let's get this thing going. Let's get Jimi Hendrix on stage, folks.
right.
Let's get Jimi Hendrix out there on stage.
Okay.
I like that. I like my roster right now.
Oh.
Tyce James, you're up.
We're going to some iconic faces. We're going Kiss on.
Oh, he went with Kiss. You got any Kiss songs you could sing for us?
Nope.
Mick, your pick.
Just like that. Straight up. Another English band, Rolling Stones.
There you go.
Stones. Warrior, who you got? 4th round pick.
I got Hank Williams Jr.
Ooh, Hank Jr.
Yeah, cool.
You know
Cool.
what?
Country,
I think I'll follow suit, and I'm going to throw Johnny Cash in the starting lineup. Beautiful.
Man, it's getting rough now. I'm trying to think.
You got to have 2 hitters.
Let's go. Let's go Tupac. Let's go Tupac.
Not bad.
Very, very.
Not bad at all, right there.
Very inspirational.
Under the table. What'd you just do?
What?
Show the camera what you did under the table. Warrior went like this. They can't see you. You can see yourself on the screen. That's what Warrior had to say. So, guys, keep that in mind as Warrior picks his final one. Mick, this is your last
My
guy.
last one, and this one will be American. Probably, as many great songs as he sang, he also wrote a ton of great songs. Prince.
Wow, I can't believe that one's.
I heard you
so
say
far,
the
too.
term immersion. What the hell's that mean?
This was. Do you remember when it was? What was his name? John Kerry was running for the.
Yes.
Yeah, his sign was spelled backwards, and it's like his slogan was "This is America," and it was like the C and the A got
That's
twisted.
so funny.
So like. For the longest time, it was on Saturday Night Live, I think, I was like, God damn it, this is a Mercia.
Okay, well, that's a hell of a lineup you got, Mick. Warrior, you got to finalize your lineup right now. Pick 5. Who you got?
Clint Black.
A resounding
It's only
around the world. So my 5th spot, I need someone big. I don't have a female headliner here. Very sexist picks here, and I'm going to change that.
No, the Cranberries was my number 1.
Yeah, you led.
Oh, yeah.
You're the only one, Mick,
I
right
could
now.
influence
I'm going to
you,
go ahead and throw the Queen Bee, Beyonce, as my cleanup hitter right
Yes.
here. Bang. That's a huge lineup. Tyce James, what
We're
do you
gonna
got?
the 5th pick. You saw it. Saw it right from
Jay-Z
me.
would never let her perform on the same bill as Kanye, so I protected you.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm
exactly.
gonna-
Yeah, that's.
I'm gonna take a little inspiration from my stolen pick right here. I'm gonna go Rihanna.
Ooh!
Little
Okay,
rival,
Riri.
little rival.
Okay, guys. So the final lineups are as such. I will now allow you all to vote. Here are our top 5 musicians, dead or alive. What concert would you rather go to? Charlie Boots' concert, Elvis Presley, Frank Sinatra, Jimi Hendrix, Johnny Cash, and Beyonce Knowles. Good luck beating that one. We got this guy to my right, Warrior. He wheeled out Carlos Santana, The Grateful Dead, War, Hank Williams Jr., and Clint Black. Then Mick started, he went heavy Ireland with the Cranberries, U2, the Beatles, Rolling Stones, and then Prince. And then my man Tyce James, he put out a lineup. Michael Jackson, Kanye West, Kiss, Tupac, and Rihanna. We want to know who you guys are voting. Who wins this one? Let me know, and please vote for me. And now, folks, we've hit the 45-minute mark, and here's where I hand the show over to my nephew, Tyce James, because he has a high school extra credit project. They said, we need you to shoot a podcast so you could pass this class. And I said, you know what, nephew? You're going to pass with flying colors. So, Tyce James, I hand the show over to you for the final 15 minutes. Handle business.
All right, y'all, I got to talk about some education, if y'all are down to talk about a little more education for me.
Always.
Always. So we talked already a little bit about some of the high school experiences and stuff, but I really want to know, what do you feel like the goal of high school is?
A buddy of mine, he used to have a saying. His saying was, get as much education as you can, because it doesn't carry any weight. It's an easy weight to carry. And education in itself, like the more you learn, the greater, for me anyway, it gives me a greater ability to converse with people, to understand other people, to understand the world. I think education in itself, like if you're just there to pass exams, good, you know, but if you're there to actually learn something and, learn about the world and use it, you will end up using some bit of it for the rest of your life, whatever bit it is. Maybe it's more mathematical, maybe it's more English. But you will end up, you just make the most of it, because the rest of your life you'll be working, and that is not easy. You know what I mean? Going to school is the easy part.
Absolutely.
Going to school is the easy part.
Warrior, how about you? And please step up to the mic. You're the only guy ends up 10 yards backwards every show.
I'm 10 years tall. All right, well, education, it's a smooth instrument to get you into college. Once you, it's a reinforcement of what you learned during grade school, what high school is. And if you don't understand that, you're going to be in trouble. I mean, you'll be in trouble getting in college if you don't know what 1, 2, 3 in algebra and geometry is.
I'll put that on a T-shirt. And I'll say, guys, high school, I think, is so important. Obviously, get your grades because it's going to set you up for college, this and that. And, Tyce, I break Tyce's chops all the time about grades. But myself, personally, I didn't get the best grades, and I think I could have done better in high school. But what I do think you learn how to do is interact with other human beings. And I think that is the most important thing you're going to have to do for the rest of your life. I don't care if you're working on a farm, if you're working in an office, or if you're working at Larry Flint's Hustler Club, you still got to deal with people. So learn how to interact with people, learn the strengths of your personality, and learn how to work with others. That's my answer for you.
All right.
All right, go ahead, TJ
answers.
over there. Go ahead, Tyce.
All right, we're going to get a little creative with this question. I'm going to ask you guys all, what is something you guys would change about the school system? It could be anything. What is something you change about it? What is something you change about the school system that you think would make it better?
It's heavy.
All right.
Anyone who wants to go.
Can I give a very sciencey answer?
Sure.
It's like
Yeah,
just-
anything. Just get creative with that. I just want to hear.
So, like in my life, a lot of the smartest people that I've met did lousy at school. They were not great at school, and school measures a very small percentage of your brain's ability to work. It's like the visible spectrum of light in the entire spectrum of radiation. It just measures this tiny little piece that we can see, whereas on both sides of it, there are very, very smart people on both sides. And I think that the idea should be, like Charlie said, it should be more predicated towards learning that people are different to you and how to get along with people, and not relying so much on the exam results. Because I happen to be one of those people that was really good at passing exams, but that doesn't make me smarter than most of the people that I've met. And a lot of people that I met that were lousy at exams, they're not smart at book learning, but they're really smart emotional intelligence, or they're artists, or they're really, really good businessmen, you know. So what I would say is take the pressure off the kids as far as the exam goes. You know, just say like, okay, it's not that important. We're going to let's see how we can measure you as a human being.
Yeah, let them work their skill sets other than their
yeah,
exams.
Exactly. Yeah, rather than trying to force people into one little small box, like let them expand. I mean, obviously that's not an easy thing to do, but that would be my tuppence worth.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
You know, you would change about
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
It does. It really does, though.
Look into your camera for
Yeah,
once.
the thing.
Look at America's heart.
The thing I would change, maybe that would make a substantial difference, well, for sure, is making sure the kids are fed. My God, the kids not fed before school. You know, then you're shoving all this information in them, you know, trying to get them to think and react and act and do decent things when they don't have the basic stuff. You know, and you got to, instead of shoving all this stuff down in the brain, 9, 10, 15 things.
Give them a hamburger.
No, yeah, well, give them a hamburger too, but, you know, one that's not, you know, fat-free hamburger or something. But be able to share, make sure they're all on the same page as they're growing up. Instead of, you know, shoving everything down their throat and then, you know, sending them home with the book and expecting them to learn everything, you know, by the next morning.
Feed them. You want them fed.
Make sure they're prepped.
Well,
Right now, with the obesity epidemic facing our
that wasn't
country,
even where I was going, Charlie.
Warrior's response was to feed
Oh,
these kids
my
more.
Give them a hamburger.
Let's give them more chemicals. Let's give them more fat. Let's give them more fructose. Here's what I say. I say let's teach them some life skills. Let's teach them how to balance a book. Let's teach them how to do their taxes, because Lord knows they'll all be stressing it for the rest of their lives. Let's even teach them how to cook. We had home ec in high school. I know you don't have home ec anymore. Teach them how to cook a meal. Teach them how to do taxes. Teach them how to balance laundry. Forget about it. Don't even let me get started on Tyce James. Don't let me. But
Life skills.
give them
Yeah, I
life
agree.
skills
Yeah.
that they could actually carry with them through life. What else you got, T?
Yeah, I think what you guys are saying on that is very valid, because I'm in that health academy thing at my school. That's probably the class I probably learned my most interesting stuff in, because we learn a lot about just stuff in the medical field in general. We learn a lot about like how to take vital signs in emergency situations, just like general health things that are like really interesting to know, and like if stuff's going down and you know how to do this stuff.
And life hits.
Yeah.
Life hit you recently. Yeah. You and your mom were walking, I think, in a 7-Eleven, and a dude. Tell us that story.
There was a man in a 7-Eleven. Me and my mom were just buying some like drinks for after one of my water polos games, and he just collapsed on the floor behind us, and we were just looking at him. We didn't know what was going on, so we're trying to communicate to this guy, and he's just not responding. So we're just looking at him, and I had to get that guy up, and I make sure he was okay. I had to pick him up underneath, and then I had to get him up and make sure he was doing all right. I had to check like he wasn't like dying or anything. And it's like a way different, like when in my brain, when I look at these situations now, I have to like evaluate it now with all these different ideas of like steps to run down. Like, is it safe for me to go help this guy right now? Is he in immediate danger? Is he going to die? Is he just like, and like in the special health academy class that I'm in, I learn all these like techniques and like things. It helps me view things differently. It's like everyday life.
That's awesome, and it's really teaching you life stuff.
It seems like you were really calm when that situation developed, you know, like because you had the training, you knew you had the knowledge of it.
That's so key. And guys, to any young folks listening, life's going to throw you chaos, and when it throws you chaos, the only thing you can control is how calm you handle it, no matter what's happening. Always remain calm. Tyce James, what else you got?
Aside from school, like everyday life thing, like something that changed your life that you learned in school.
That I learned in school. Well, I get it. Okay, maybe it's routine. You got routine from school, you know.
It's a big point, Mick.
Yeah, you woke up, you had your breakfast, you went to school, you were there for a certain amount of hours, you came home. Most nights you would do your homework. I still have a routine.
That you always hear that too with successful athletes. Everybody gives it to routine.
Yeah, routine's important. As as a person I knew, used to say, routine is the spice of life.
There you go.
What do you got?
I got high school. What I gathered was that you need to be smarter than everybody else to move forward. You know, and you got to have a step ahead, be ahead of the curve. You got to be way ahead of others just to be in the mainstream of things. You know, if you're falling behind, no one's going to tell you, pick you up and carry you. You know, you got to
Be accountable.
Yeah, you got to be accountable.
yeah.
You know, you go to the teachers nowadays that are teaching these poor kids that they don't give a hoot about the kid.
And you get home to your parents, and they don't understand.
They
the
don't.
homework.
Yeah,
You gotta
Right, your
do
mom
it
said that to me the other day. She's like, he comes home with homework. I wasn't in class learning it. And I saw this post, guys, yesterday.
Okay.
It's, did I cut you off? I'm sorry. Nick Saban put out the 5 enemies of greatness. And I think this is something that everybody watching could benefit from. Number 1, entitlement.
Yeah.
Number 2, lack of discipline. Number 3, looking at your circumstances over your vision, meaning, oh man, I can't get this done because of my circumstances. I'll never be as successful as the next guy. Nobody cares. Nobody cares, and nobody's going to care, and that's the harsh reality. Get it done, because a winner always will find a way. And number 4 is self-pity. Basically the same thing, right? Don't walk around feeling sorry for yourself, because it's only you that's going to be feeling sorry. And number 5 is complacency. And that's something that Tyce, you know, for you've really embraced high school. I'm so proud of you, the man you're becoming and everything. But just because you're doing good and right now you're at top, no reason to become complacent. Because the next batch you get thrown in college, there's going to be sharks in that water. And then after that water, there's going to be sharks even faster and even smarter. So every day of life, guys, is a constant journey of getting better.
Yeah, and that doesn't stop when you suddenly start working.
Right.
You know,
Right.
it's like to this day,
Right.
there's something that I will learn that makes me
Every
that
day.
bit smarter by the end of
Exactly.
the day. You know what I mean? Like
If you're not learning every day,
meeting
you're
Tyce
dying.
and getting his perspective on life has made me
It's cool.
smarter. It's given me a tool to be able to talk to people, you know, of your age. You know, and it's like,
Absolutely.
God help them. You know, but you know, if I do start talking to them.
There's a lot getting thrown at these kids. Do you have anything else as far as school project wise?
Or you got-
As far as the school project wise, I think I covered everything pretty much already.
Beautiful.
All right, I have
good
a
deal.
question for you, Tyce. Do you
Yeah.
have a nickname?
A lot of people just call me Tyce James. I mean,
Tyce James pretty much, yeah.
TJ,
I get TJ sometimes, but it's kind of funny. My nickname's longer than my actual name. They call me Tyce James. They give me my nickname. My nickname is my government. My nickname is my government name. That's pretty funny.
Guys, I thank you guys all so much. Hey, it's your favorite hour of the week, and we gave you some extra minutes this week. What more you want from us? Every Monday,
go.
we'll be at your doorstep. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Welcome to the family. Tyce, you've always been in the family, but welcome to the family here at the studio. Mick, Warrior, always an honor.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Charlie.
thank you.
Thank you,
Right back
Boots.
at you.
Another successful show, right on.
And you guys there. I think you guys well, did you lose a pound or something since the last time we saw you? Because you're looking good.
Yeah, the
The
camera's
only
taking off.
show on the internet that will actually help you look better, The Family with Charlie Boots. Welcome to the family, and we'll see you here next time, guys.
All right.
Cheers. Another one in the books, folks. Another one in the books.